Yeah, good morning, Unity Church of Overland Park. Good morning, Havilah Bruders.
Good morning.
Let's all stand and sing, I'm choosing heaven today, because I am. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. Yeah, and let's keep standing, keep singing, swing wide the doors. Here we go. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for, and what this life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand, lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years. I've learned to keep it inside. Well, now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand, lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Thank you for joining in.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. We're sharing a microphone today. Okay, that sounds good. Well, good morning, everybody. We want to say thanks for being here. Thanks to everybody that's joining us on Facebook or YouTube. We see you out there. We're so glad to have you with us this morning. Let's see, we have all kinds of thanks and introductions. So I think you know me, I'm Tiffany, and this is Tom McNamara. And who else do we have? We've got Fred. We have the band. Yes? Well, okay. This is Bill. Hi, Bill. We've got Terry Swope. We have Terry Sturgeon. And guess what? We have a new soloist. And I think that we say her name Havilah Bruders. Havilah, is that right? Havilah? Havilah. Good morning, Havilah. It's good to have you with us today. Thank you for being here. Okay. Woohoo. Okay. So good morning, everybody. Just take a nice deep breath. We're gonna get started here.
And we have Reverend Paul.
Oh, and we have Reverend Paul. That was a little thing. Hi, Reverend Paul Hasselbeck. He's with us today as our guest speaker. All right. Take another breath. Here we go. So in unity, we do honor all paths to God, and we believe that all people are born in original blessing, and we honor and affirm people of all creed and color, ability, sexual orientation, and gender expression.
We preach, we teach, and we believe in your wholeness as the beloved child of God, and we value the gift of diversity in this world. We come together each week to remember and remind each other who we are. We light the Christ candle as a symbol of the Christ light, always present and brightly shining in each of us. And we've got that. So as we behold the light we are, let us affirm one of unity's foundational statements of truth. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good.
And together, can we also say our vision for unity? A world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening.
And so now I'll share the daily word with you. The daily word, I guess I should talk into this. The daily word for today is pray for others. The title is, I know the truth of each dear one I hold in prayer. What an honor it is to hold others in prayer. I am grateful for this sacred trust and use it to see beyond appearances, knowing they are temporary conditions. I focus on the unchangeable truth that each one for whom I pray is a divine being, a living expression of God. As I pray for others, I envision divine peace, calming thoughts, and strengthening faith. I see healing leading to the realization of wholeness. I pray divine love and wisdom create harmony in relationships, guiding every decision. I affirm divine order is established in every area of my life. I claim for them the zeal to complete everything that needs to be done. I then give thanks, grateful to bless others with the gift of prayer. And the related Bible verse is from Matthew 18:19. Again, truly I tell you, if two of you agree on earth about anything you ask, it will be done for you by your Father in heaven.
Good morning. And so let us pray. I invite you to take a deep breath. And feel that breath moving in and out. In and out. And I invite you to open your heart mind even larger than it was when you walked in the door. And feel the presence right here and right now. That one power, that one presence, that somehow we are that. It seems like a miracle, and yet it is the underlying truth. Open your heart mind so that you can share the love that you are right here and now, and with every person you meet and greet the rest of this day, the rest of this week. Remember, it's your choice whether it's another wonderful, happy day in your consciousness. And so we set the intention to be here fully. Be present as we feel the gratitude for who and what we are, for the teachings we know and use, and for this wonderful opportunity to be together live and virtually. And so it is. Amen. Wow. It's so good to look at living people. Though I do enjoy virtual. And so this is our opportunity for giving. And I'd like you to think about something in your process of giving. And you might just want to touch right where you are. Because for me, I'm always in a state of awe, whether I'm at a Unity church or walking onto the grounds of Unity Village. I'm in awe that all that you experience here at Unity Church of Overland Park is here because of you or someone like you has chosen to give freely. That's amazing, isn't it? I mean, it's a wonder. And how many decades this spiritual community has been in existence, and there's always been someone giving. Yes? And when you give this morning, think of it this way. You are giving the next person who walks through these doors the first time the opportunity you had when you walked through these doors, wherever the location is of Unity Church of Overland Park, right? Yeah, so when we give, we're supporting this ministry, we're supporting the people who make this ministry possible, and we're supporting the possibility of learning and growing more. And I say give because you can give. Give without any attachment to outcome. Give freely. Give fully. Yes. And so I'm not seeing anybody getting up to pass. Okay. Oh, great. So is there a basket in the back?
Yeah, there's a box. And lots of ways to give, right?
And lots of ways to give.
You know, slip Fred 100 on his way out the door.
Right, yes,
No.
right. Give online on all the virtual ways we can do that now. And so I see the box in the back now, yes? Wow. So please give freely from your heart with no expectation of outcome, with no expectation of receiving back. That's what giving freely is. Okay, and so do we have an affirmation? Ah, yes. Okay, so I'm going to change it. Are you surprised? Okay, so I haven't changed in all these years. Instead of through me, we're going to say from me. Okay? So let's say it together. Divine love from me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and I am joyful and grateful. Just take a moment to feel that joy and to feel that gratitude. And so it is.
It's time to welcome Havilah Bruders back. Havilah, I've been calling you Havilah for 2 weeks now. So.
try to ever get started, sitting home alone, nothing is ever discovered, keeping those blinders on. Nobody ever gets lonely, holding somebody's hand. We are all here for each other. We're all part of the plan. Knock and the door will be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and it will be given to you. That's the power of mind, the power of mind. Nobody ever gets richer believing they are poor, and nobody ever keeps everything without giving even more. You can drink from the river with a thimble. You can drink from the river with a cup. You can open up a pipeline to let it flow through. Love is always there to fill you up. Knock and the door will be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and it will be given to you. That's the power of mind, the power of mind. Keep your thoughts on what you want. Lay your burdens down. Build yourself a consciousness that's ready to receive the moment you believe. Knock and the door will be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and it will be given to you. That's the power of mind. Knock and the door will be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and it will be given to you. That's the power of mind, the power of mind, the power of mind, the power of mind.
Wow. Yes. Yes. Still bringing the music. Yeah. And you know what I like about that, Fred, the most?
What's that?
It's that if I fall on my face, they'll remember you guys
Yes, they
when
will.
they go home.
Yeah.
They won't even think of me, right? Yes.
You're welcome. Paul.
Yes, wow.
Glad to have you back, by the way.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
How about my front?
Oh, yeah, your front's good,
I'm
too.
back? Yeah. Yes, I'm back. Thank you for your warm welcome. And you know what's amazing? I didn't think of this until my drive in. So this was the first ministry that hired me 25 years ago. So at least you guys took a risk on me, right? Yeah, and so I'm no longer attached to a church. I call myself a free-range minister. Not so healthily fed, but that's my decision. So are you ready to romp with me this morning? Yeah, because I like to romp with unity metaphysics. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to be standing a little bit up to the side here. So I want you to relax, okay? There's no test. So here's information. That's my email address in case you ever want to get in contact with me. That's my website. And Metaphysical Romp 2 is a podcast I do every week. So if you don't have enough of me, you can certainly get enough of me. All right, so God You Use is the title of this talk. And this is a quote I found in some unpublished work. By the way, since I left you guys 25 years ago, I got a passion in going into the archives at Unity Village and reading stuff that wasn't published. And boy, did that change my mind. Or I should say, I changed my mind because of what I found there. And so Charles says in a worker's lesson from October 1924, Jesus said, "You must know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." The truth about yourselves. Whenever I heard that in the past, it was some truth out here, wasn't it? Or truth in the Bible, or the truth that someone else told me about. But it's really about finding the truth about yourself. And when you really discover that, you will be set free. And so, what I've discovered is unanswered questions are far less dangerous than unquestioned answers. And let me tell you, I have questioned a lot of my answers over the years. And that's how we spiritually grow. If we take an answer and we stick with it and we don't look at it from every angle, we stay stuck. And isn't that a wonder in unity, isn't it? We want you to spiritually grow. And so is God a who or a what? Are you a who or a what? And does God use us? So that's my roadmap for today, okay? So is God a who for a what? Well, I started like most of you. God was an anthropomorphic, big old super being that lived in a place called heaven. How many of you believe that? Not now, but back then. Wow. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so Myrtle, co-founder of Unity, Myrtle Fillmore, says, rather than holding to the view that he, God, is a personal being with parts like man, a being subject to change and capable of varying moods, my former God was really moody. I imagine yours was too. God is it, neither male nor female, but principle. God is fundamentally principle. And then Charles got his 2 cents worth in revealing the word under the definition of mind. He says, by the term mind, we mean God, the universal principle which contains all principles. Wow. Now that's a big idea, isn't it? The universal principle which contains all principles. But what's a principle? Did you know a principle is a divine idea? Did you know that the 12 powers are actually 12 principles that the principle contains? That's important to know. If you don't know what principle is, it's kind of useless information. Okay, and then in Talks on Truth, he says, yet there is but one I am. We've all heard about the I am, haven't we? Yes. It cannot be cut into parts. It is principle. So you can never have a wave of principle, or a drop of principle, or a piece of principle. You always have the totality of principle. Do I hear an amen? Okay. And then from this wonderful quote from Eric Butterworth, God is spirit, present in its entirety at every point in space at the same time. Just think of how many points of space your body makes up. Quite a bit. Every point in your body contains the entirety of the divine. Right? Right. This is why we can say we are divine. So is God a who or a what? A what? We got to let go of God being a who. God is what? So then, who and what are you and I? We got to know that, don't we? So we must know who and what we are. Charles says that in several places. The I am is the metaphysical name of the spiritual self. The I am is the metaphysical name of the spiritual self, as distinguished from the human self. Well, what did we just say about the I am? The I am is principle, right? So if the I am is your spiritual self, then you, in your spiritual nature, must be the I am. And this definition of the ego, you know, the ego gets a bad rap these days. It gets a really bad rap. In fact, in a way, it's become the new devil. Yeah. And so the ego, your personality, isn't all bad. But, you know, most of us have an ugly twin, but it's not the entirety of us, right? And Charles says, by reason of its divinity, it makes and remakes as it will. Your personality is able to do what it does because it is fundamentally divine. In fact, our ego is using our divinity to make up everything. To make up everything. And he goes on to say, in this lies the ego's greatest strength and its greatest weakness. How many times have you made and remade yourself this lifetime? A lot, right? We couldn't do that if there wasn't the divine. And as good Unity True students, I hope you are making and remaking yourself constantly as you come into new and greater awarenesses of yourself. Because it is the truth about yourself that sets you free. So, are you a who or a what? We're a who and a what, aren't we? We're fully human and fully divine. You know that happened, right? Okay, so we're a who and a what? The divinity of you is eternal, ageless, deathless, whole, and complete. It is perfect even when your humanity seems to be imperfect. Yeah, my humanity can be pretty imperfect, okay? It can never be alone. It can never really be sick. It can never be frustrated, fearful, indecisive, or alone. And friends, that is how we make this year different from any previous year, by making it all the same. That's a quote from A Course in Miracles. When we remember that our divinity is impervious to anything or change, we have a refuge to go to in times of trouble. And so then, does God use us? Well, this was the big frog for me, and maybe you guys heard this before or not. I think it's good for repeating. But I was sitting in my office when I was still working at Unity Village, and I was wondering, Why don't we have the same results in prayer that we hear they had way back at the beginning? And then, as a kind of scientist, I said, I wonder if something got missing. And so I went to Eric, he was the archivist then, and I said, what do you have that's really early, Eric, that's around healing and prayer? And he pointed me out to the very, very first healing conference that was held at Unity when it's still down on 9th and Tracy. And I thought this was going to be a years-long search. I found my answer in the very first talk. So God does not use us. This is what I found. God only does what man says he shall do. God is our servant. Did you ever think about that? Many of our Unity people still think that God uses us, that God tells us what to do. It's not a bad belief. It just might be an erroneous belief. One of those beliefs I think it's important that we question. And I sat there and I thought blasphemy when I heard that the first time. And I thought I might get struck by lightning. So he goes on to say, this wonderful Spirit of God out of which everything is made is here at all times, is always present with us. And isn't that what Eric Butterworth just said? Yeah. And we are using that God. So we've got to remember then, at the beginning, what did I say God is? Principle. So it makes more sense when we do the substitution. Principle only does what man says principle shall do. Principle is our servant. Did you ever think of that? We're using principle all the time. We use the principles of mathematics all the time. Don't we? Yeah, we're using principle all the time. It's always present with us, and we are using principle. You are using principle right now. You cannot not use principle. We even use principle to manifest the bad and the ugly. Did you hear that? We're even using principle to create the crap in our lives. Because every last thing that is changeable and changes could only be existing if there was the underlying principle. It's because we have used principle unconsciously, we have used principle erroneously, we have used principle unskillfully. And that's why we can change. Because the principle remains unchanged. So if you use a principle to create something you don't like, you can recenter, go back to that principle, and use it in a good way. Okay, that's vague. So let me give you an example. So my mother was a professional worrier. She had an advanced degree beyond a PhD. Okay? That was her erroneously using the principle of imagination unskillfully. If she knew this teaching, she could have remembered to go back in, remember that power of imagination, and she decides how she uses it. And then she could imagine wonderful things happening. And in fact, it's through the power of imagination we create wonderful and beautiful things. So God is principle. God is a what? You and I are both a who and a what. Our what is our divinity. It's identical. Our who is our humanity. It's wondrously distinct. Each of us is a distinct human being. And as you go forth today, remember you are fully divine and fully human, and use your principle of imagination to manifest the life you really want. And friends, that is the truth that will set you free. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Keep your thoughts on what you want. Lay your burdens down. Build yourself a consciousness that's ready to receive the moment you believe. Knock and the door will be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and it will be given to you. That's the power of mind. Knock and the door will be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and it will be given to you. That's the power of mind. The power of mind. Power of mind. The power of
So let's settle in to a time of meditation, taking that pause, the chance to go within, to settle in to principle. In the presence of the one, in the presence of the truth, all is here, all is whole, all is well, all is well. In the presence of the one, in the presence of the truth, all is healed, all is whole, all is well, all is well.
All is well. As we relax into that space of the truth of what we are. Feel that expanse within you. Feel how unlimited you are. Right there, right now. Feel the love. Feel the gratitude. Feel the very essence of your beingness right here and now. for that is the resource that you use to manifest everything. Every thought, every feeling, every experience, and every activity begins with that resource within you that we can call spirit, mind, God, and principle. And so I invite you just to take this very simple affirmation into the silence. And I like to do it putting my hand over my heart. I am fully divine. Say it again to yourself. I am fully divine. And rest right now in that awareness. And now very gently to yourself, claim your divinity once more. I am fully divine. And now let's add, I am fully human. I am fully divine and fully human. And now I invite you to say this with me in your outside voice. I am fully divine and fully human. Feel the truth of that. This is mind energized by feeling. Let's say it again with a little more energy. I am fully divine and fully human. And now we're going to use the power or principle of dominion. Let's say it now with authority. Stand in your authority as we say, I am fully divine and fully human. And now let's say it zealously together. I am fully divine and fully human. And so you are, and so I am, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Paul.
My religion is kindness, my church is nature, my God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious, my path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Everyone has a story, everyone has pain. When we strip away our mask, we find we're really all the same. It's those little things we say and do that can mean so much. It's a smile, it's a connection, a simple love and touch. Our religion is kindness, my church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job's to be conscious, my path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Today I'm gonna ask myself, what more can I do to be a radiant child of God and let this love shine through? I'm gonna let my heart be my guide to give the best of me. I'm gonna share my joy, share my love, and give it boundlessly. My religion is kindness, my church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job's to be conscious, my path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, but Jill came running after. She said, Jack, tell me, what can I do to help ease your mind? He said, hold my hand, just be kind. I know I'll be fine. My religion is nature. God is a feeling deep inside. My job's to be conscious, my path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, my church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job's to be conscious, my path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, I'm gonna practice it every day. My religion is kindness, and I'm gonna practice it every day.
Thank you, Reverend Paul, and thank you for the music team. Thank you, everybody. So it sounds like I'm principal and ego then, is that right, Paul? Principal and ego, okay. So Reverend Paul is like the master of metaphysics out at, Unity Village, and he's come and given talks at the men's group a few times, and one of the things that we get to do when he gives talks is ask a lot of questions. And when he said initially that, unquestioned answers is not a good thing. So you guys probably had a lot of questions running through your mind as Paul was up here flashing this stuff on the screen and talking about it, because he does kind of go over the edge a little bit sometimes. And but I think we're going to get a chance to ask him questions, and Tiffany can talk about that. So.
So, well, one of the ways that you might be able to find out some of your answers to any questions you have is that Reverend Paul has books back at the back of the room for sale today. So if you're interested in learning anything about what he's written in the books that he has there, I'm sure there will be a lot of thought-provoking material. So head back there and look for some books and take one home today. And also, we have some refreshments for everybody. So if you're in the mood for some socializing and some refreshments, you can head back through those doors in the back of the room, and our hospitality team is ready to help nourish you today. So also, So here are some announcements, little things coming up in the next little bit of time. If you have not already done so, please go to ucop.org and sign up for the Community Rebuilding and Visioning event. This is an event that will be facilitated by Reverend Carla McClellan. Can you raise your hand? Or stand up. There's Carla. So she will be facilitating. Thank you. And it is on, it's next Saturday, so Saturday, July 17th. It's from 9:30 in the morning until 1:30 in the afternoon. And it's a time that the community will spend in healing gratitude for all that has been up till now, and then leaping from the work that was done by all of us with Reverend David Mosier to create a new, like the vision, where are we headed? What's our evolving vision for Unity Church of Overland Park? Lunch will be provided, or you can bring your own. And the time will end by the group breaking bread together. So lunch will be the way that the group closes out together. Also, next Sunday, July 18th, Reverend Jackie will be back with us with a new series called Lost in Translation. And this series will explore messages from the Bible that have been lost in translation, in many cases to the detriment of our spiritual lives. And so the series kicks off with the haves and the have-nots. And we will be joined by Kansas City jazz great soloist Millie Edwards, and she'll be joining our UCOP Trio for music. And then also, so we've got so much going on in this community, so you really have to pay attention. On July 25th, after the service, the Green Team will be showing a 30-minute video, and it's called The Other Side of the Hill, and it will be followed by a discussion with the Green Team. The short film is about what local leaders in rural America are doing to lead climate action in their own communities. It is also about coming together, finding common ground, and new climate frameworks as we envision a path forward. And then there will be some discussion about the Green Team's vision, and they are inviting everybody to participate in that, seeing all of us as valuable to that discussion. Are you next?
I'm next. So continuing on with more things going on August 1st, we're going to be having a town hall meeting following the Sunday service, and it's going to be dedicated to the bylaws discussion. So Reverend Cynthia Vermillion Foster, Director of Human Services at Unity Worldwide Ministries, will be here to help facilitate this important discussion. All members are encouraged to attend. So we were going to vote for that at the annual meeting, the new bylaws. There were a lot of questions, and so we decided to have a meeting. And so this is the meeting where you guys can ask questions and we can get some answers and talk about some things related to the bylaws. Besides our staff, thanks to all the volunteers that made today's service possible, including our prayer chaplains, our greeters, our usher and name tag volunteers, and our audio video volunteers. On your way out today with your name tags, if you could kind of tuck the strings into the name tag and drop them off at the counter, at the table back there. I think there's a plastic box back there to drop them off into. And is our mission statement back here? So if we can read our mission statement together. Unity Church of Overland Park transforms lives and empowers people to make a difference in the world. And now let's close out our service with the peace song and the prayer for protection. But first, where's our kids at? Our kids they're probably outside playing. You know, you can't keep track of these kids all the time.
Let's just jump into the peace song.
What's that?
I don't see them.
I don't see them either. But I know there were some kids back there because I saw them.
They're just, in touch with their divinity and their divine imagination. They're out there doing, amazing creative things. Are they going to be humans and now come in here? Come on, little people.
They're back practicing their principles, so. Okay, so I think we're just going to go right into it.
That's what I suggest.
Can we do that?
Yes, we can.
Okay, let's do it.
Because we're divine.
So So everybody stand up and we can hold hands if you would like.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Yes. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and I am divine. And friends, go forth knowing your divinity, expressing your humanity, and make it another beautiful day in your consciousness. I have someone help me at the table.
I just want to make sure that talk was on the agenda.
Oh, thank you.
We just have to
Yeah.